All right, welcome back to BM Talk to Them. So today we actually have an ex-contestant that was on Pop the Balloon or Find Love, episode 39.
Deal breakers. I really don't have no deal breakers.
Okay. Oh no. Okay. Well, let's go see why they ended up popping. Let's start here first.
Sure.
He actually found love a little bit different from how other people find love. So I wanted to bring him on the show. His name is Excalibur. He's here with his lady. So do you both want to introduce yourselves?
Um, I'm Malik Excalibur, and I'm with the lovely
Tarine.
Okay. All right. So welcome, Tarine.
Thank you.
We see that you're both here together now.
That's
I want
for
to
sure.
ask you, right? Okay. So the first question that I want to ask you, Excalibur, is how was your experience on the show?
My experience on Pop the Balloon was fantastic. My stepsister, who's a police officer in New York, recommended I go on. Then I watched the show previously, and I just was blown away by the visual, by all that swinging that microphone, and I just thought the concept was amazing. The guests were amazing. You, of course, were amazing. I came into the room and spoke to us. First time meeting you guys, many automatically liked y'all, and the platform is just it's just perfect. I'm not going. I really respect the platform. So I had an amazing time on Pop the Balloon.
Okay, that's good. That's good. All right, so let's get straight into it now. How did you both connect? Who reached out to who? Tell us the whole story.
That would be me. So
Okay.
I watched the show and I saw Malik's episode and I reached out to him to let him know how good he did and how he was kind to everyone, and that kind of got my attention. We talked ever since. We connected and we talk every day. Yeah, we talk every day for hours and hours.
Yeah, yeah.
Like sometimes one event for like 8 hours.
So wait,
Yeah,
where are you actually from?
I'm from Bermuda.
Bermuda.
Okay. So wait, where do you live?
I live in Bermuda.
Bermuda.
Oh, wow. Okay, okay.
Yeah,
All
whole
right.
nother
So
country, man. Yeah.
okay. So wait, so you both connected in different countries. So you
I
live
know,
in
right?
Bermuda, right?
Yeah. hmm
You reached out to him, but you're
hmm
here. Where are you now?
I'm in New York now.
Wow.
Right.
Wow. Okay, so let's take it back. Let's take it back to when she reached out. Ex Caliber. When she reached out, how did you feel like? What did you say to her? Like, what was going through your mind?
Well, to be honest, Pop the Balloon is a big platform. I had a few ladies contact me. It was a little bit crazy, and so I had to really. One of the things that stuck out to me about Tavernet is that she was all about me from the beginning. She didn't. She was relentless. She was definitely interested in me, and when I got that interest, I just reciprocated. It was like automatic, and I felt the vibe, and we was talking, and once we started talking, she had my attention, and and everything else was just like forget it. I was oblivious to anything else after that.
Wow. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So where is Bermuda? Where is that?
Bermuda Triangle. It's dangerous. Never go out there. Now,
It's in the middle of the Atlantic.
Wow. So it's a whole
Beautiful
island.
place. Beautiful,
Yeah, whole
beautiful,
island,
magnificent place.
by itself.
OMG.
It's beautiful tropical water.
Mm.
Wow.
Beautiful
Wow.
women. Mm.
So okay, cool. So you both connected. How did you both meet each other? Like, is this the
Well,
first time you two meeting each other like in person?
heck no. What happened was, she was supposed to come down to New York, and we were supposed to go to Kevin Hart show. That was the arrangement, and we
Mm-hmm.
actually went to Kevin Hart show yesterday at Radio City Music
Okay.
Hall. We had a great time. She was initially coming down with her friends. One of her friends is getting married and stuff like that. And
Mm-hmm.
so what happened is that she was so interested in meeting me, and I was so interested in meeting her. I decided to fly out there.
Wow. Okay.
Why not? Yeah, Bermuda. What? Bermuda where? I'm like, I Googled Bermuda. I seen it's one of the richest places in the world. I seen the waters is beautiful. I seen there was no violence, no guns. I said, you know what? I want to go. And so we made it happen before she even came down for the Kevin Hart show. And I
Wow.
flew out to Bermuda. One of her friends was at the airport. Lynn was at the airport holding a sign up for me.
Wow.
Yeah, so Lynn was there. Lynn took me in the car. She drove on the right side of the road. I was on the left side, scared. And it was just. I mean, I love Bermuda, man. That's all I can talk about now. And so Lynn dropped me off at her house, and the rest is private.
Wow. 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 Wow.
Yeah,
I must say, guys, I must say
yeah.
that this is what it's all about.
About. I
Now,
know what you say. Yeah, what's it all about for sure.
And thank
now
you.
I love the fact that you're both intentional because this is the thing, right? People don't realize that the reason why I put up people's Instagrams
Hmm.
is because of examples like this. We
Hmm.
want people to find love. If you don't find love on the platform, if somebody else reaches out to you like this is
Hmm.
also finding love, So we are literally happy for people that find love this way. And the fact that you found love in another country, like it's
It is
wow.
mind blowing. Yeah, it's
Wow.
mind blowing.
And you actually you said, I'm going to go out there. You
Oh
went
yeah,
out
Bermuda.
there.
Yeah. And
But
then I
was you
seen
not,
her.
but I must
I'm sorry.
ask you though, Excalibur, was you not like afraid or was you not concerned that you're going somewhere that you've never been before?
Yeah, some of
So,
my family members thought I would never come back.
wow.
Yeah, but the thing is that I know how to protect myself, but the thing was that we actually FaceTime each other, which is very important. So,
On Valentine's
yeah,
Day
Valentine's Day,
for the first time.
she invited me to a private dinner, a
Yeah.
virtual dinner. She had her food, I had my food. We sat down for about 45 minutes and we spoke with expectations of, us seeing each other. And so I felt a lot more comfortable. I felt comfortable regardless. I was going to be, I don't care if I never came back. I wanted to go to Bermuda. But I seen her. She looked amazing. She had a Nicki Minaj body. so, but she's one of the top models of Bermuda. So like she's one of the top models of Bermuda. And so I was like, why not? And so yeah, I'm more afraid of the planes than the people. So the plane had me a little bit scared. The Bermuda Triangle had me a little bit wary as well. Every time anybody that I told about Bermuda, that I met somebody at Bermuda, they said, "What, the Bermuda Triangle? Nobody really knows there's an island out there, and it's magnificent." And we support Bermuda hugely, and there's gonna be a lot of Bermuda going on with me and her.
Wow.
Definitely.
So, Terene, how did you feel when he took the initiative to come down and see you?
I was overly excited. um, I wasn't nervous at all. We talked so much. We talked
Mhm.
every day.
Yeah.
We don't skip a day. So I wasn't nervous to meet him. Once I met him, it was just on. Like
Mm.
that's
Mm.
it. That's
Yeah,
it. It was like
definitely.
inseparable now.
Yeah.
So, I must ask, right? Excalibur, um, what did she do for you to make you feel like she is the one?
First of all, I'm a tough cookie. I don't fall for ladies like that. I had some, I have some nice women in my life. I have to definitely give, homage to the ladies that have been in my life. I'm tough in reference to my emotional aspect. I'm a little bit emotionally unavailable sometimes, but I'm compassionate. Um, I would say the intention, period. Her intention to want to know about me, want to learn about me, and just want to know whatever I got going on, me as a person, not judging me. And, that's what really opened me up because I've never been this more open to a woman in my life. That's what really
Mm.
opened me up to be more comfortable with her. to want to claim her. We have a Instagram together and all that. That I decided to create Malika and Tyranny Excalibur. I feel very comfortable with her. I never felt this comfortable with any other woman, and I would say I have to attest that to just her being authentic about what she wants out of me, and appreciating me, and more so my value. That's what it was. More so seeing my value.
Okay, okay. And Terene, for you, what do you look for in a man?
I look for a man that's honest. Um, I find that Malik is really honest. Like even if it hurts my feelings,
I'm not that. I'm not brutally honest, but I am honest. Yes.
faithful. What Malik has given me is not what I've always used to. And a man, man's
Hmm.
never treated me to this level of how he treats me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Um, he leads, and I follow when you do lead.
Mm.
Um, and I just feel like he's a strong masculine man
Mm.
at the same
Okay.
time.
Ooh, I like that. Thank you.
I mean that's great to hear. That's great to hear because I have to be honest, guys. Like it's happy days at the beginning. It's always great. You are gonna be it's all
Mm-hmm.
butterflies and
Mm-hmm.
great times, but you're gonna have some, times where you're not gonna agree. There's gonna be times when you don't agree with each other. So
Mm-hmm.
I must ask you: have you lot had times that you didn't agree, or you had some, you know,
No,
arguments or anything like that? Like, have
no,
you had those times?
no.
Well, it's ironic that you just mentioned that because this last night I was like, yo, they ain't always gonna be cookies. We gonna have some sprains. It's gonna be some thunderstorms and all. I
Right.
said, nope, there ain't gonna be no thunderstorms and none of that. So I'm like, really? Because I'm used to you're right. In the beginning, everything is like, woo, you know what I mean, fun.
Right.
Getting frisky all the time. You know what I mean? I go out on the dates. They're just getting to learn each other. But I trust that. I don't think it's gonna be like that with us. I feel very comfortable. One thing about me is I say I feel at peace. I've always looked for peace with a woman. And I had a life of storm. So and even my relationships was like stormy. And I feel at peace with her. And I don't think she's not the argumentative kind of woman. She doesn't give me that kind of vibe at all. She's a Bermudian queen, and she just knows what to do and how to do it. She doesn't give me really doesn't give me no riff. And we have a riff. Not saying that because she lets me lead, and I let her lead too because I like my woman to be bossy. But I always want her to be able to express herself and be confident and comfortable with coming to me about anything. And so far, it's nothing been. We haven't been secretive about anything. We tell her. It's nothing. If I have something to tell her, I tell her. If she has something to tell me, she tells me, and we move forward from there. But I don't see no kind of real rift between us like that. Honestly, we've been around. I've been to Bermuda. She's been to New York now. We've been out all about, and it's been fantastic. And she said something to me last night. She said we ain't gonna have no issues. I'm not trying to have. I'm not an argumentative kind of woman. I want my man happy, and that's all. I am too. I'm happy, and I'm as happy as I've ever been. All due respect to all the women that I've been with, I don't want to disrespect anybody. I don't want nobody to think they wasn't competent enough to and I wasn't competent enough. But I'm most happy. I've never been as happy with a woman in my life. I have to be honest. And that's big for me to say for anybody that knows me.
Okay. All right. All right.
Mhm.
All right, guys. Well, I
Yeah.
must say, right, it does happen when times do get tough. It's always
Mhm.
important to remember what was good or what's good about your relationship. It's very
That's
important
great.
because a lot of people like to focus on the negativity more than the positivity. And more
Yeah.
times, you can have 90 great times, great positive times in your relationship, but
Mhm.
you might have 10% something small that happens,
Mhm.
and people focus on the smallest percentage, and they want the smallest percentage to be 100. They want everything to be positive to be 100%, and that's where you start to fall off. So really do focus on positivity and try to always remember what you like about the person or what that person brings to you. So I'm so happy that this is
Mhm.
happening. I'm so happy that you both
Thank
found
you.
love in different countries. Now that you're in New York, how has it been?
So I'm New York. I've come here for years. I was always in New York. I used to come here maybe twice, three times a year. And like from Bermuda, we do travel. New York is really close, um, closer than Arizona. And Arizona is to New York. But it's hour and 45 minutes thing, ride, very fast. Um, so we're planning to go back and forth for now, and I don't mind being here, especially from with Malik, and I
Okay.
would definitely move for it. With all of that, we'll move for it.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
we spoke about Jersey and
Yeah,
Miami, and
somewhere else in America.
yeah. So we got some things stirring up, because again, one thing I can say about this woman is that you could meet women that don't meet you, and I'm not talking about relationships and
Mhm.
like relationship wise or intimacy wise. I'm talking about cerebral up here. When a woman can see your vision, you can see her vision. She can understand, appreciate your creativity. You can understand and also enhance and promote her creativity. Like this woman literally wake up in the middle of the night and just give me ideas of what we're going to do and how we're going to do it. And I never had that before. I've always been like, how I'm going to do it. Now this is going to be done. And what I need to do and how.
Right.
But she's like a step ahead of me,
She's
you know.
basically
So
she's your support system, and a lot of men miss
mm,
that in their lives. Like a lot of men need a support system because, like what you
mm,
said there, right? She's giving you ideas that you didn't think of, right? And
mm,
sometimes it just pulls off this weight off your shoulders. Like, damn, like I've got someone there to help me out.
mm,
That's there for me.
that's
Um,
correct.
Kind of
Mm,
like your soulmate. So
yeah.
it's wonderful to see, guys. This is great. This is great. Like I didn't
This what
expect
it's
this.
all about.
No,
This is
I
what
did
it's
not
all
expect
about,
this.
right?
I didn't expect it to be in another country because a lot of people, even in the
Mm,
same country, they don't want to do long distance, right? And I keep saying
mm,
to a lot of people that, look, the person that you want is probably not going to be in the same area as you.
that's correct.
It's
Absolutely.
very
That's
difficult.
probably your story. We don't know about your story yet. That's probably your story. You ain't tell us about your story yet, sir.
I mean, me and Arlette, we done it. We done it. I was in London. She was here in
Mm,
Arizona, and um, if it clicked, then it clicked.
mm,
Like just like you two. If you two click, then that's what it is. You have to follow your heart because
yeah.
out you kind of like you have to sacrifice something, right, for love.
Exactly.
Mm,
Sometimes, like not all the time, but like say for instance, you have to sacrifice where you live,
mm,
for love, and it works out. Then it
mm.
is what it is. If the other person can still work remotely or it doesn't affect their job, it's kind of like why not? Why not give it a go? I know it's hard. I'm not saying that you should be able to make a decision now and do it, but
Mm.
sometimes it's like love is a risk sometimes. And if the
That is
risk
correct.
pays off,
Mostly everything in life is a risk, and
right?
one thing I say is that more women don't. She's a risk taker because
I
most
am.
women don't take risks on men, and men take risks. This is not one thing about me is I'm not nothing about negative. You don't have nothing nice to say. I believe don't say it at all. But she's a risk taker, and her taking that risk on me is what really, I think. Don't you think more women should be?
Yeah, you only live once,
Mm,
right? You only live once.
mm,
So you have to take chances in life to get what you want
mm,
or what you need,
mm.
what's coming to you. You have to take
Preach,
chances. Yeah,
preach.
you have to. You really have to.
Why do you think it's hard for people to find love in this generation? Serena, you can speak for the women, and Excalibur, you can speak for the men.
I think that women are looking for too much in a man. Um, they're just looking for this fantasy, and that's not what life is. Life is life. It's not a fantasy world.
Right.
So I feel like you just have to get to know people. and don't judge before you get to know. And I think that's why a lot of people are single now.
So basically, a lot of women are looking for the perfect man, like 100% perfect.
Right.
And if they're not
About
100%, then it's a no go.
it's a nigga.
Okay, all right. So basically, just be more open to getting to know
Be
a
more
man.
open, give people chances,
Right.
get to know people.
Okay.
And I
No, that's
think
good.
that, yeah.
That's good. And
Also, ladies.
what about for you, Excalibur?
I mean, these men out here nowadays, man. I mean, first of all, you gotta be masculine. You know, you can't be soft when you're dealing with a woman. This is a very independent, very successful professional woman that I'm dating right here. She's no slouch. She's well known in Bermuda and probably a lot of other areas. I still like a lot as I learned about her. I think men needs to be open to a woman's power and hone and tone, and tune in with that and help shape it. And I think we can be more powerful together instead of criticizing women, having something negative to say about women. Women want you to pay for this, a woman wants you to pay for that. That's just for both areas, stuff like that. So I think men need to just man up and stop complaining. Stop complaining about women in general. Just start dating and start being more open, and stop being so critical of these women out here. And then you will find a woman like this. And I mean, I have to be honest. I've dated a lot of great women. There's a lot of great women out there. You know what I'm saying? Some relationships don't go the way you intend them to, but I've met a lot of great women. And she's the greatest by far. But I was always non-critical and more open to seeing my woman grow than anything else. Because that's what I want to see. Everybody's talking about Jay Z and Beyonce and Rihanna and what's the guy name and ASAP Rocky. Everybody want to be that, right? If you want to be that, you definitely have to be open to communicating and learning a person before coming in. And I said this on a dating show with prejudgments and these deal breakers. And are you automatically going in with X's,
Mm-hmm.
X's,
Yep.
X's? And you don't go in with optimism. So yeah, I would say more men I need to be more optimistic. That's it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And to add on to that as well, I do like what you said there. I think that a lot of men as well need to understand that we need females.
Yeah, definitely.
We need our women.
That's
So
right.
respect
Our
women.
woman's
You know,
strong.
respect women. Stop all this about saying bad things all the time and so on and so on. Like, let's get back to reality right now, right? Because
Yeah,
a lot of men will never allow any other man to disrespect their mothers.
that's
So
correct.
why do you disrespect women?
That's right. I feel the
Because the
same
same
way.
women that you're disrespecting, they could also be mothers, and some of them they'll be future mothers. You understand? So
Exactly.
have respect for women, and once you find the one that you want, she's your queen. You feel me? And the same for women as well. Women respect men. Respect men, because a lot of women seem to think that men ain't nothing. Men, what's it? Men are trash. Blah blah blah. The
Yeah,
same men you're calling, the same stuff you say about these men. These are the men that you want. So respect
yeah,
them. If we all work
yeah.
together, because there's this kind of war going on, men versus women, and it's like, come on, let's stop all that. Yeah, stop all that. Let's get on with it. We have generations to build. We need to build stuff for our
Exactly.
families in the
Oh my
future.
God.
Like,
Yeah,
let's get on
very
with
true.
it. Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, that's what my focus is, and that's what her focus is. And everybody that I talk to, all the individuals I talk to that are in relationships and stuff like that, that got wives and families, we on a different plane. We on a different path, and we want to see black communities do better. And this is she's my start towards that direction. And us bashing each other is not helping us at
Yeah.
all. It's terrible.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So I feel blessed. Hugely, favored, by a wonderful woman. And yeah. So and that's what I want to say too. The respect part, what you just said a moment ago. The respect part is really huge. The respect on both parties. You know,
Right.
I was in relationships where, there's a lot, women come in with a lot of damage, from, I'm a repairer. I mean, people say, well, you a simp. And people like to use the word simp. I never felt like a simp in my life. I feel like it's a man's duty to heal a woman, especially if you're with her. Always believe that you always leave something better than you found it. I mean, so if you leave a situation,
Absolutely.
try to leave it better. Don't come in and leave it worse. What are you here for if you're not going to improve anything? And so I think that, the respect your woman, like you said, we respect our mothers, respect black women.
Women, period.
Right. Women, period. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, guys. So, have you shown her around New York?
You
You don't need
damn
to.
right.
She said she's been here. She's been here,
Yeah.
a few times.
Yeah.
But you know, you went to the comedy
Yeah,
show
Kevin
Yeah.
Hart.
that you
Kevin
said?
Hart last night. Yeah, Kevin Hart. Yeah, that guy. Kevin Hart. Yeah, we
Yeah.
went
You
to
had a
Radio
good
City
time
Music
over
Hall
there. Was
last.
it good?
It was
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Okay,
And then we
that's
went to
good.
And the date was good too.
that restaurant. We had some delicious food. And
Okay.
Erica, I really went to that restaurant again. I can't remember, man. We went to a nice restaurant last night, and our girlfriend was here
We were
too.
with friends
Yeah,
as
our
well.
girlfriend was here too.
They left today.
Yeah, and we're gonna have some more fun. But Bermuda, Bermuda is beautiful, man. It's beautiful.
You guys gotta come.
Yeah, definitely.
No, yeah, for sure. All right. Well, I'm gonna keep tabs on you both. This
Mhm.
story is an outstanding story to highlight,
Mhm.
and this is exactly the example that I want people to take from
Mhm.
me putting up their Instagrams up on the screen. So you
And
can
we
find
thank
love
you. We
outside the
thank
show.
you. I want to thank you personally. I came on the show. I was never expecting, it's a few situations that happened on the show outside of the show that was potential, but I didn't expect to really connect it, and especially nobody in Bermuda. And it's all due to pop. You're pretty popular out here, by the way. So people like,
Very
wasn't that the
popular.
guy who popped the balloon?
Yeah.
This shit went right now. So
Everybody watches Pop the Balloon.
yeah, you see, you have an
Even
audience.
in
You even
even
know.
60,000.
even in Bermuda,
Yeah,
Even in
60,000
it's
Bermuda.
crazy.
people in Bermuda.
Wow,
Yeah, so
wow,
you're pretty
wow.
popular out there. So I have to thank you for bringing not just her, any kind of woman that I've met so far because of pop the balloon. I hope everybody else feels the same way. Like I said, it's all about you know black excellence. Excellence in general. I don't want to be too.
Exactly.
Look, I don't play the color game. Just everybody finding their match and making the world a better place to be in, and that's what our intentions are.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I like that word, excellence.
Mm-hmm.
Excellence. So
Mm-hmm.
it's all about all of us being excellent and trying to be the most excellent that we can in everything that we do. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So
Mm-hmm.
that's what it's about, trying to be the best that we can be,
That's right.
and the only way, that's why I like my show to be an excellent product. I
It's
like people
really
to
good, brother.
see excellent on the
Yeah,
screen.
it's really
So
good.
Yeah.
I'm happy that this is going the way it's going. I'm gonna keep tabs on you both, and
We
please,
appreciate that.
I will put up your Instagram. You said that you have an Instagram together, so I'll put it up on the
Yeah,
screen right now.
Malik and Terrene Excalibur. So it's
Okay,
finer things
Fun of things with
with
that
the
style.
Excaliburs. Yeah.
okay, all right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, well, no, this was great to see you guys. We will definitely catch up with you later on and see how it's all going. Thank you everybody
Mhm.
for watching, and we will catch you all next time.
Thank you.